everybody. Welcome to another episode of Madge Unmuted. I am your host, Madge Madigan. Welcome. And with me, as always, Fitz. Fitz from Rockfox.
Hi.
Rockfox Studios. We're both in a mood today. And we're going to go, I'm doing this. Screw this. Oh, look, I'm right.
This is the still that you need to use. This. Yeah.
Right from the get-go, I'm going to tell you, look, I never do this, but I'm going to start doing it. We need money. And so we don't have the big subscribers yet, so to get big advertisers.
Yeah.
So one, we need you to please subscribe, and that will help us get more ad revenue. And two, I would love it if you could join us on Patreon. If you could please contribute on Patreon, you can join our super secret society.
See, if we can just get 1,000 people to send us $5.
There you go.
That's it. 1,000 people to send us $20.
You can either.
That's all we need.
Yeah, exactly. 1,000 people to send us $50. If you can either pick a level of membership on Patreon or Venmo me. Venmo me at Madge Madigan. Or Patreon is Madge Unmuted. So please, we really need your help. Because you know what? Look, even people that play on guitar players that play in a corner have a tip jar. I don't got shit. So
Yeah.
you want to send me a tip? You like what you see?
We can put a tip jar on the counter there if you want.
Well,
just the tip, just to see how it feels. This is fuck you part 2.
Yeah.
Or fuck it part 2.
Or go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself part
well,
2.
Take your pick. That's where we're at today.
Hashtag get off our lawns.
Yeah, seriously. Or else if your ball comes in my yard again, I'm keeping it. So yeah, I've been without power.
See, that sucks.
Yeah.
I have nothing to complain about. If we were to compare, I mean, and not having power at your house,
Can I here's just a little tidbit. Yeah, so we had a big windstorm here Sunday afternoon. It is Tuesday, almost 4:00, and I've been without power since Sunday afternoon at 1:30.
Oh.
I have actually in one room, I have like 2 outlets that work. So I ran a big heavy duty extension cord down to the kitchen and turned on my refrigerator. But
so wait, you have power to your house, but
no,
there's no power.
There's like 2 lines. My house is so fucked up electrical wise.
Sounds like it.
I swear to God, they would use like coat hangers and aluminum foil to fix shit. So I had an electrician come in today because I wasn't sure. I still have fuses in my house. Okay, they shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
they're not up to code, and also my house should have probably burnt down a while ago. So I had an electrician come, and he's like, "Yeah, how your house is still standing?" I'm really sure. I'm like, don't say that. But so anyway, he said, no, you're not getting energy and you're not getting power into your house. So RG&E still needs to come. But when they do, we're not sure it will work anyway.
Oh, geez.
And so, RG&E has this really unuseful thing that it lets you check out outages. Excuse me. So you can either look at a map or a list. So on Sunday, like at the peak, there were 30,000 people without power. And I'm one of them, and there's like nobody else. So it's like the line got not injured. What's the word? Damaged.
Damaged.
Because everybody else has power around me. So like I look on the outage list from 30,000 people. Wait a minute, how did it go up? Okay. Last I looked at it, it said there was like only 300 something people without power. Now it's gone up to 2,600. But anyway, I'm still one of them. So, and then he told me it's going to cost like $5,000 to rewire my house. Yeah. So send your donations now.
I don't have as bad of a problem as you do. But
yay, I win.
You win again. But the problem that I do have is like whenever there's something wrong with my house and I hire, I'm handy enough just to get myself into trouble. So I will do some things, but then other times I'll like, hey, I got to call a professional come out, and they'll come out and they'll be like, it's every time, no matter what it is, they always come out and go, why did they do it that way?
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's my house.
Previous owners were cheapskates and they tried to get by with as little investment as possible with everything. So it's like,
God, and today when I was getting the estimate, now, God bless my father, Dad, I miss you. I love you. But he was a notorious cheapskate. My parents were both grew up during the Depression. So you know how that goes. My father they would be 99 and 96 if they were alive today.
Bless them.
Yeah. And so anyway, I forgot what the fuck. Oh, so my father was notorious. Yeah. And my mother finally would put down her foot and she's like, no, I'm paying for, you can either get the, $1.99 shoes or you can get the $10 shoes. I'm buying the $10 shoes so I don't have to turn around in 2 months and buy another pair. So, but my dad would, do the, maybe I can get my friend to fix it, or I'll go with the cheaper version, and we don't need to have the wires grounded. We'll just leave them hanging out. Sorry, Dad. But so everything this guy said was I'm like, yeah, just do it. I mean, there's shit like the outlet where the refrigerator is plugged into is broken. And it has an adapter. My refrigerator should have blown up.
Everything's jury rigged.
Yeah, on the outside, my backyard, where how you usually have an outlet so you can plug in whatever.
Yeah, outside.
Outside things. They put an indoor outlet.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's similar.
I should be electrocuted.
The one that I had, they put it, and this must have been when they built the place. There's an electrical outlet underneath the spigot, underneath the hose spigot.
Oh my God.
So, and hoses never not leak. They always drip.
Yeah.
No matter what you do. And so there's water dripping on this outlet that isn't, it's like an old outdoor outlet, so it doesn't have the rubber boot on it or anything anymore, all wore away. So I went to go flip open the little latch that covers the outlet, and I got a little zap. I'm like, whoa!
I had to put a latch on mine when I moved in. That was an episode of Judge Judy once. A handyman put a outlet underneath the spigot, and the lady's like, "What the fuck is this? I'm not paying for this." So yeah.
Should have called Judge Judy.
Exactly.
Instead, I just went to Home Depot and got a little cover for it.
It's the little man in the apron. Yeah. So.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. But just add it to the list.
Hey, at least you have water. Are you taking nice cold showers?
No, actually. Oh, luckily I have.
Oh, you've got gas.
Gas.
You got
furnace,
a gas
water heater.
Yeah.
Lighter
Do you know how many people? Every time there's a major power outage, you know how many people die from carbon monoxide poisoning because they bring a generator in the house and they run a generator in their house?
Oh my God. I'm not going to say. I was going to say something really mean. I was going to say something really mean, but anyway. So.
Did it rhyme with stupid people? Just kidding.
No, it rhymed with Darwin.
Yeah.
So, you got anything? I got nothing. I had a guest today, and of course, as on par with the rest of the week, they canceled.
Bastards.
Yeah, whatever. Shit happens when, you're doing shit for free.
Get off my lawn.
Venmo, Madge Madigan.
Do you get a lot of bullshit robocalls?
Yes. Oh, no, what?
Say. Guy by the name of Dan Graham sick of getting all these calls from telemarketers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and he works as a financial consultant, so he can't not answer the phone, right? He always gets people calling him that, prospective clients, so he's got to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Sick and tired of these companies calling, so he started suing them. He took one of these companies to court, and he won. Well, they settled out of court because that one won. He went and did it. He filed like another 50 lawsuits over the course of a year and won them all, and ended up making $75,000 in 1 year by taking these telemarketing companies to court.
Yeah, but is that is that net, or is that, after you pay
I don't know. I don't know if that's gross or if it's, what his legal fees were.
Exactly.
I assume that he didn't have to pay his legal fees if he won. Around 10 of the companies that he sued, they didn't even know that it was happening because they farm out their marketing to a subcontractor, and that's how the subcontractor was doing it. So they didn't even know it was happening. So they kind of they were negligent in the fact that they didn't even know how people were representing their company. It was $75,000 just for, now I don't know about you, but the last thing I want to do, even when someone really pisses me off, the last thing I want to do is mess around with taking someone to court.
Yeah.
Unless
it's the People's Court.
Dum,
What
dum,
song
dum.
is that from?
Dum, dum, dum.
And if they do, I hope those guys have a good sense of humor and don't take us to court. The People's Court. Anyway.
Is that a Beastie Boys song?
No.
What?
It's Bitch and Camaro by the Dead Milkmen.
Oh, Dead Milkmen.
The part where they are talking in the beginning.
Sure.
I used to have the whole thing memorized, but I think probably out of context like that, I can't recite the whole thing. So, hey, I got a new car. Yeah. How'd you get it? My folks drove it up from the Bahamas. Oh, really? No, the Bahamas are islands. Anyway, that's just how.
What the fuck's going on?
I know. It's a fucked up show. So let's talk about something controversial. Rochester's been discarding radio jocks left and right, and radio personalities, and they fired a show just on Friday. They just let them go. But that's how radio is. People I wish they'd warned us.
Also, the show wasn't any good.
You were a morning guy.
Yeah.
I worked behind the scenes, and I did I did some on-air stuff. But anyway, so these people, that's how it works in radio. If you're
they don't let you know.
Right. If you're,
by the way, we're going to fire you in a couple of weeks.
Right. So. If your ratings aren't doing well, then just one Friday afternoon, or who knows, whatever, they, pull you.
Yep.
You say, can we see you in the office? And they're like, you're canned, clean out your desk, bye. Yep. And then the people that they've already talked to come in the next day. Actually, I think there have been people that were actually pulled off mid-shift. Anyway, not my cup of tea. It was too negative, too nasty, mean, always bitching about stuff. Just not my thing. So anyway, unlike our show, for the most part,
bitching,
we just make sex jokes. So
coming up next, rusty trombones. What are they?
And after that, Dirty Sanchez. I don't know why they didn't call me and you, Fitz.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
No, because we're Irish.
Exactly. We don't want the Irish.
No Irish need apply. What was that? Was that from Blazing Saddles?
Yes. And I can't quote the actual line.
I know, but not the Irish. They'll only ever give you feedback when you're going to get canned. Yeah. They don't even give you a warning, hey, ratings are slipping. Maybe.
Honestly, I'm waiting for someone to knock on our door right now. I'll be like, hey guys, I know this is your studio and your podcast, but
and you pay to be here.
We got to pull the plug. I'm sorry.
You. Just this episode in particular, or the whole thing?
No, just this episode.
Yeah, this episode blows.
Last episode was great. Last couple of episodes were very fun.
They were. Since the cancellation and my bad news this morning, I just
So, all right. So, fuck it. Then let me do news.
Okay.
Fuck it. Right?
Fuck it. I'll probably...
Yes. Oh, wait. I got to do the news jingle first.
Oh, what's that? We have some breaking news, Fitz?
Where the news breaks and never gets fixed.
She says with enthusiasm.
Yes. Oh, did you know that today is International Women's Day? And to a lesser degree, National Peanut Cluster Day.
See. And nobody cares on either one.
Interesting fact, it was in 1930 that candy maker Elmo Lanzi invented the first machine that automatically dipped a batch of peanuts into chocolate for an even coating.
Thanks, Elmo.
1930, baby. Speaking of fattening things, Applebee's now has sugar-dusted donut dippers at Applebee's.
Oh, wait. Have they been doing commercials for that?
Could be.
Or did I
don't have regular
that?
television, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, you don't?
And
that's next on the chopping block for me, so that I can rewire my house, get rid of cable. Because it's a small car payment each month.
Oh, God.
So, fuck you, Spectrum.
But you know what? You get rid of Spectrum, and then you end up having like 50 different streaming services, and it costs you more. That creeps up on you at $6 a piece.
Yeah.
You don't realize it. Hey, let's add Showtime. Hey, let's add Discovery.
Yeah, I know.
Fucks.
You have to be frugal.
Frugal. Don't know that. Have you ever pretended that you had a bad connection to get out of a work meeting? Well, Google will out you. The new update for Google Meet has a feature that lets administrators see employees' bandwidth during a call. So you can't even say, my network is shitty, sorry.
Okay, that's like some Big Brother shit.
It's really bad.
Come on now.
It's terrible.
I mean...
Taking away all the best excuses.
Okay, all you're left with is, I've got to go to the bathroom.
Right. Excuse me, I just shat myself. Can't sit here anymore.
I use that one all the time.
And I'm not joking. A man in Washington State was found unconscious in a Jaguar with the car running. Cops woke him up and later found $2,700 in cash in the car, along with $200,000 worth of drugs.
Whoopsie.
Including meth, heroin, cocaine, and pills. Oh, and also a gun.
Oh, well, they all kind of go together.
I'm waiting for the rest of the story where it says he's a pastor at a local megachurch. That's the logical conclusion of that story. And
who hates gay people, but he's a gay prostitute.
Right. Or I can't stand gay people when they don't let me suck them off. 73%.
The fuck?
Talking to my friend the other day, and he says, so I'm balls deep in this guy, right? And I reach around, and he's got a chubby, and I'm like, what are you, gay? 73% of female small business owners say it's easier for a woman.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
It was the pastor.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It's easier for a woman to become a successful business owner today than it was 10 years ago. I agree with that.
Can you give me the formula?
Money plus
Look,
money.
Seriously, I will, is anybody's got some jobs or something for me to do for money? Like big money. Not I'm not talking about work at Target, because that shit. Let me interrupt for 1 second. That's the problem with women my age, people my age, but especially women my age. We got fucked over because now, COVID, we all lost our jobs, and because we were all mid-level, whatever, not anything high, but so we were the first to go. But now nobody wants us because we're old, we're closer to retirement than we are to anything else. And then, but if we take any sort of, retail job, we're cutting our former, salary in half or more.
Yeah.
And it's just, we're fucked. So that's why I'm doing a podcast. I'm trying to make it big.
I thought you were just doing this for fun.
Yeah. Well, not today so much.
Not a whole lot of fun going on today.
No.
Shall we not even post this and just say fuck it and take a week off?
Probably. Yeah. That's probably where this one's going, right in the crapper.
I could be home making dinner for my kids, god damn it. They don't eat what I make. Well, you know, your attitude, your mindset makes a difference. If you're not feeling particularly funny, if you're feeling a little down, if you're feeling a little defeated, that's going to come out.
I noticed that being a kind of creative person, supposedly creative person, and you've probably noticed this being on the air. I've, had jobs where I have to come in here and be on, and I've done stand up. I have to go and be on or be an MC or something. And there's I just don't want to do it. And now I know why. Like I used to hear, I'd hear stories about, let me pick somebody obvious, like a Mick Jagger, he was supposed to be at the studio, back in the 60s, whatever studio. And he just wouldn't show up. He'd be 3-4 hours late, or like in Bohemian Rhapsody, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how could they do that? They're just divas. They're just, well, maybe some of it was like they were probably too stoned out of their mind.
Right.
They weren't sober yet, but also like there's been times like I do not feel funny today, and today's one of them. But I do not feel funny, and I just don't want to. I can't be on.
Yeah, when you get to a certain point, you could do that. You have the ability to do that. You have the power to say no. And who was it?
Oh yeah, to say no.
I was hearing that. I was hearing that about I don't know. It was the other guy from Moonlighting.
Bruce Willis.
Thank you. Fuck, I couldn't remember his name. That annoys the shit out of me.
I know.
How do you not remember Bruce Willis?
I know. Well, that's what happens.
Fucking Bruce Willis.
See, it's COVID fog. We both have it.
God.
I'm quite certain
Ridiculous.
of that fact. Anyway, what about Bruce Willis?
Well, he does that. He just decides, he's like, no, I'm not feeling it today. And then he fucks off. And they're like, hey, we're not shooting.
Oh, in a movie. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's a point where you can't do that. And I can imagine a singer, I'm not feeling it.
But with musicians and stuff, you can't just not go on if you got a fucking concert.
True, but there have been cases.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, there have been cases, or it starts an hour late. But also, I'm saying if they're recording an album, and they're still trying to write stuff, they're trying to whatever, and it's I'm not feeling it. But that's also how can you be creative on demand? I'm having a hard time with that one. Okay, I have my friend Wendy, who's the author, and she has deadlines, and she's like, I set up every day, 6 a.m. is my writing time, and I start writing, and I'm like, how can you be just I'm going to write now? I'm the kind of person I'm laying on the couch, and all of a sudden, and start writing. I can't just.
Some part of that is it's like exercising a muscle. It's the more you get into a routine, you can kind of train yourself to think that way. A lot of people who are writers have, time where they're like, I write every day from 9 to 5.
I know.
But sometimes I'll go 3 weeks, and in all those days, I only write one good thing. But they still write every day.
Oh, yeah, I guess that. Yeah, I mean, because I've been a writer, and when I had, what do you call it? When I was doing journalistic stuff, and I was having to do an interview, write up an interview. I had already interviewed the person, had it on tape. Yeah, that shit's pretty easy to do. It's just regurgitating stuff and adding in a little, flowery language here and there. But when you have to write fiction or comedy, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just suck. That's the reason it doesn't come out for me.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
I know what does suck.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This episode.
Yeah. It's pretty shitty. See, one day, after I'm long gone, they're gonna discover a hard drive with some long lost episodes that never aired, and this will be one of of them.
Oh, we have the Irish thing coming up. St. Patrick's
Day.
Fickle 93.3 with Fitz. Joining me on the line today, again, is Seamus, the disagreeable leprechaun. Happy St. Patty's Day, Seamus.
Hey, Fitz, top of the morning to you. How are you doing in this fine St. Patrick's Day?
Well, actually, funny story. The family and I...
It was just a pleasantry, Fitz. I don't give a toss about you and your family.
Wow.
Actually, no, that's not true. By the way, how's your wife and my kids?
Oh, come on, Seamus. Your people said you were the disagreeable leprechaun. That's just plain rude.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, rude.
Listen to me, a cardboard cutout excuse for a morning radio show host.
Here
I've
it comes.
got 30 more call-ins to do on other shows that actually have listeners. So why don't you just cut the cabbage and ask me the questions you told me people you were going to ask me, okay, then?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's start this over then.
And make sure you cut that part out. I don't want the one or two people who are listening to you from prison to get the wrong idea about me. I've got a reputation to uphold here.
Reputation? What reputation? You're a leprechaun. You people are supposed to be fictitious.
What the do you mean, you people?
You know what I mean.
Are you picking on me because I'm short? Or maybe because I have little feet or a green beard?
Thought you had a red beard.
Shut up. I make a call, and I have 300 of me pals down here to the station with little picket signs and bullhorns telling everyone who passes by that man Fitz up there on the 8th floor is a racist.
Racist?
Oh, yeah.
What the heck?
Racist.
You're a freaking leprechaun. All I want from you is that pot of gold and some Lucky Charms.
Very nice, you short-armed little pansy fairy. I've had enough of you and the rest of you Fitzgeralds, Fitzpatricks, Fitzwilligans, and the like. You're not really Irish.
Really?
You're what we in Ireland call an
Wow, what the
and
heck?
that pretty much covers every nationality.
Hey, Seamus, have you ever heard of Prozac?
Wow, Fitz. Have you ever heard of shut up?
Hey, come on
You know
now.
what? We're done here.
Oh,
I'm
great.
going to call the old man with the scruffy voice across the street. The guy who has an actual radio show. Not a tosser like
I'm
you.
speechless now. I don't even know what to say.
You're speechless.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Oh, dear God. Although I wish
No, it's Irish.
I wish I could have done an interview with Seamus. That would have been funny. A lot funnier than this shit today. Because that was kind of funny, Fitz. And on here, you can be much worse, so it would be even funnier. Because I know they're like on regular broadcast radio, you're like, you can't watch. Now here,
I really pushed the envelope with that one too. On
that was fucking funny. No, those listeners got down there at the prison.
All of my best bits were always making fun of me. Me making fun of myself.
Self-deprecating humor.
Talking about how I didn't have any listeners.
It's the Irish way. I made a TikTok yesterday. That's something that really grinds my gears, and which is funny because my TikToks are not like bitch fests. They're like funny promos for here, or I do outfit of the day, and they're cute. So anyway, but something really pissed me off because I had a promo that I made from one of our old episodes where I was talking about being a slutty leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day, and I was talking about Irish people hate that. And I was saying how, me being an Irish person, I hate that and it's stupid and I hate all those caricatures. And I had like a couple people in the comments were like, "You're not Irish." I put that hateful tone to it. They could have just said, "You're not Irish." But it's more fun to put the hateful thing to it. So they're like, "You're not Irish," and I'm like, "Well, yeah." Like, no, you're an Irish American.
Oh,
yeah. And I was like, "Well, I was raised in Irish culture." Well, that didn't. They kept arguing. I just let it go because I'm like, "Oh my God!" But it really pissed me off because I saw another TikTok recently where a woman who is, she's an indigenous person. She lives in Alaska and she is. I don't know what tribe. I can't remember. It's a very, the language is kind of tough. Like I wouldn't even know how to pronounce it. So anyway, she was talking about, she makes these TikToks and she educates people. Here's, the word, and they'll tell you about some piece of information. And these people started giving her shit, like, "You're not a real Indian." And they called her Indian. And they said, "You're a pretendian."
Oh.
One word, pretendian.
So one of those Aleuts or Aleutians or something?
I don't know. So she was what they used to call, I guess, an Eskimo.
Eskimo, yeah.
Yeah. So, and
Inuit.
that's not what they do now.
You're Inuits that are up there.
Oh, that is it.
Inuit?
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. So I apologize. I'm trying to be respectful, but I'm stupid. So,
No, you just didn't know the name of the tribe.
But anyway, yeah, so she's, she is not full-blooded as now this day and age, everybody's gotten so diluted. Yeah, she's maybe like a quarter, third, half, whatever.
But if she still lives in the culture.
Right. And people are saying this. So my point is, what the fuck do you care? And somebody made a comparison to Rachel Dolezal.
Oh, that one.
Who was
pretending to be black?
Yes, who had absolutely no trace of DNA of African DNA in her from the continent of Africa, or any other country where she might have melanin, and so they're saying, "Oh, you Rachel Dolezal," and it's like it's such. So I made this TikTok that said, I am Irish. It's in my fucking DNA. My DNA says Irish. It says 80% Irish. It doesn't say American. It doesn't say USA. The only people that do have American DNA are Native Americans. So you douchebag are not even an American. We all come from somewhere else. And my family, mind you, has only been in this country for like 150 years. My family, which I still have some in Ireland, have been there for thousands of years. Right. So go fuck yourself. And I don't know why it matters. Why do people do stuff like that?
Because they can. Because they have nothing better to do.
Apparently.
Because they feel all powerful when they can go on their little
I guess
comments and go.
And of course, it's people that don't have a real name on there or a picture or anything. But I don't know. That just got me so angry.
Trolls.
It's one of those. It's where. Do you remember that episode of Seinfeld where George, the one guy that he works with or whatever, was always giving him jabs?
No.
Okay. So the guy was always, making fun of him. And so George, like when he's home several days later, thinks of a thing, a comeback.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes to this luncheon, just like waiting for
waiting for that chance to use the comeback that he should have had right when it happened. I'm great with that. I mean, I suck.
So that's what this TikTok was about, was that I finally realized that I wanted to say, fuck you, I am Irish. It's in my DNA. So blow me. Look,
so blow me.
I come from a traditional Irish family. We had a chalkboard in the kitchen that kept track of all the grudges. Thank you and good night. Speaking of thank you and good night.
Yeah.
I am Madge Madigan. Please subscribe if this airs. Please subscribe if I decide airs. Fitz, Rockfox Studios.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hire me.
I don't want to be associated with this shit either today.
Nah.
So anyway, follow us, like, subscribe, share, if anybody's watching.
Fuck you very much. Get off my lawn.
Blow me. Until next week.